going on, Go Squad? Just going on live, chilling at the hotel. Last night, we're leaving tomorrow. I just want to kind of check in and say hey and kind of recap the day and all of that jazz. So I don't know if anybody's even still awake. It's like 11 something our time in Vegas. So it's God bless. I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn this right here for a second. What's up, Tardot? What's up, Sleeping Princess? Sleeping Princess? I hadn't slept yet. RL, what's up? I was getting a smoke. Sorry about the light. Well, but yeah, just kind of gonna go live. Probably one last time from the hotel, I guess I should say. We are checking out in the morning, and Clover is gonna leave. I think around noon. I leave around 3:30. I'm gonna go back to shot probably early in the morning just for an hour or two, wrap up a couple things and all that stuff. Clover Tech must have been snoring. No, man, it's only 11 o'clock. We're still up, and he's packing and all that. And I'll pack here in a little bit. I might not get a whole lot of sleep tonight. I don't know. I can sleep on a plane or whatever, but yeah, we're just gonna going through all the stuff. He's gonna mail some stuff. It's 2 in the morning, 2:15. Moo, what the hell are you doing up, Moo?
I gotta mail a lot of shit.
What's up, Jan is gay? How much longer you got, Alan, before you can actually go back to your normal name? It's got to be getting somewhat close, isn't it? You've been gay for a while, but you know, on YouTube he's been gay for a while, but in real life he's been gay his whole life.
I always heard once you go gay, you don't go back.
That's right. So, yeah, same here, Moo. RL, yeah, it's late for you guys. Like I said, I didn't even think anybody would be up. I just want to kind of say, hey, yeah, Clover's going to have to mail most of his swag is going to have to be mailed home.
Well, it's been $60 just to send swag home.
He's going to have 3 boxes. I was going to jump on the shower, then you open the shit up. Sorry. Hey, sorry about that, Travis. But yeah, Clover's going to have 3 boxes of swag to mail home tomorrow. She's going to send about $60 just in swag, which is unbelievable. It's crazy. Pants, what's up? Ozark, what's up? I see the other night owls are your favorite thing there this year. My favorite thing at SHOT Show, man, I have to really think about that. My favorite thing at SHOT, probably, honestly, it was probably, if I had to choose one gun.
Talking about a gun? Or
gun or what? If it's a gun, I'd probably have to say, probably the HK SP5K, which is a civilian version of the MP5. You guys know that MP5 is one of my favorite guns of all time. That I love the MP5. This is a civilian version from HK. It's awesome. But if you're talking about interesting concepts of guns, I would say that the Caracal sights were really cool for me. I really enjoyed the way that they configure the sights. But I would say if I had to pick a gun, it was probably the HK. Well, I mean, obviously the Vector was awesome. I mean, how can you not go on the fully auto Vector? That was badass. But I think that the HK SP5K was probably my favorite. Who lost what? I don't know. He'll be in Harrisburg in 25 minutes, RL says. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Greg? I think that Mac had trouble with the Well, I mean, here's the thing, as Ellis would say, Caracal had issues with their guns several years ago. When they first came out with them, apparently there were a lot of guns that literally kind of broke down. I think they got it fixed and all that. And like I said, if I'm able to, I'm working on some stuff with some different manufacturers, but if I'm able to get a gun from Caracal for some testing and evaluation, I'm going to run, 1,000 rounds through it. And if it breaks, and I'll let them know. But, if I, like I said, I don't know if I am, but if I am able to get one, I want to run it through, and I'm going to give every gun the benefit of the doubt until I can't do that anymore. So yeah, but their sights are, they move their rear sights in front of the ejection port. So the sight picture on that gun is unbelievable, and the gun feels good. I mean, it's a really cool. I don't know what quality is, but it feels good. It shot well. Hey, what's up, Nate? How you doing? Appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate you, Nate. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Pants. I guess the idea behind the sights and the Caracal pistol are supposed to let you have clear. Yeah, and it's really the sight picture. I'm not saying this just because I'm saying it, but it picks up because they black the quote unquote rear sights out. They're still the rear sights, but they're not all the way back. They blacked them out, so the only thing you see is the front sight. So not only do you pick the front sight up very, very quickly, with the rear sight so close, the sight picture is bigger and better, and it looks just really, really sharp. I really enjoy shooting that gun. It does put on the same focal plane. They're not blurry. Yeah, it's really good. What's up, Nodak? Lobby chat says, hey, did you order a Caracal? No, I did not order one. I really don't want to quite yet talk about some of the stuff that could be happening or might not be, because I don't want to jinx anything. But there is a chance that there could be some stuff coming mine and Clover's way for some T&E, which could be lots. But like I said, what's the worst thing you've seen out there?
MVP.
All right. So I'm gonna give you. All right, I'm gonna give you a little heads up on a video that will be coming out. I'm not gonna hide it. It will be coming out, and it was actually the first thing that I shot, wasn't it? It was the first one that I shot.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems with it, but
yeah,
after you,
Clover didn't have any problems with it. It was literally the first thing that I shot on range day, and it is the Smith & Wesson M&P AR-10, the 10 millimeter, and they put like maybe 8-10 rounds in there, and I think I pulled the trigger. I think I pulled the trigger 5 times.
Oh, you didn't do it that many times.
Well, you're right. 3 times.
Maybe.
I pulled the trigger 3 times, and 2 other trigger pulls had malfunctions with the double feeds.
Stovepipe.
Stovepipe, big time. Like literally at range day, you would think that someone like Smith & Wesson would have tested the guns that they're going to send to range day for SHOT Show. And I literally pulled the trigger 3 times, and 2 of them had major malfunctions. And so, yeah, the worst thing that I had was probably, sorry to say it, but it's a Smith & Wesson M&P AR-10. You shouldn't have that kind of a problem at range day at SHOT Show. So, Franklin Armory, didn't get into it, Tardot, on range day, which is way, way, way too busy. You had IWI, you had Franklin. There's about 4 or 5 booths that, you could sit there and wait for an hour and a half to get in there. You find me a corporate chef job with SIG yet? Not gonna lie, guys. I tried to get to a lot of stuff. Now, there were appointments that for business reasons and all that, I had appointments that I had to make, and I try to get to as many booths. Clover tried to get. I don't know if Clover did. I did not make it to Glock, and I did not make it to SIG.
Made it to Glock.
Those were personal choices that I had to sacrifice those for other things.
I made it as far as the Glock team, the Glock performance, and the Glock team. I made it as far as that, but the ranking 5 Glock, no.
Yeah.
So. And SIG, no. None at all. SIG was never on my list.
Yeah, I did not make it to SIG.
Other than the 365, but we heard so much bad press coming out of range day.
Yeah.
On the 365.
Nodak. No, I did not see the bayonet yet. Like I said, I've got a couple more things that I've got to do, and that is one of them. I'm going to spend about an hour and a half tomorrow morning trying to get some stuff done real quick, and that is on the list. No, I like I said, I mean, I wish I could explain to you the massiveness of SHOT. It's unbelievable, and like I said, there's a lot of things that I would have loved to have gone to, but honestly, there was priority that I had to get some stuff done that I already had pre-scheduled appointments, and some of them were supposed to last 10 minutes, lasted 45 minutes. I spent almost an hour with SAR, which is really cool, and I apologize for not getting to SIG and not getting to Glock, but I know that Pink and Smeggy did, so they're going to have some pictures at least of the new stuff at those companies.
And if anybody ever gets a chance to go to SHOT, because this is our first time, I promise you, if you ever get a chance to go to SHOT, if you're upset because we didn't get to something, the first time you go to SHOT, you won't understand.
Yeah.
There's so much to do, so many booths, and so many people take up so much of your time.
Yeah.
There's a problem. I mean, it takes 15, 20 minutes to get from one point to the other a lot of times. And then you get there and you expect to film for maybe 10 minutes. But then you run into a rep.
And you talk for 45 minutes.
And he's offering all this stuff, and he's showing you all these new products, and he's talking about how that you can work together and do this. I mean, it gets into a business conversation.
And now you're there for 45 minutes on top of the 15 minutes.
You spent 20 minutes getting there, another 30 minutes talking to him. That's 50 minutes. That's an hour that's gone. An hour.
Yeah.
With one booth. So,
yeah.
And that doesn't happen on all of them. I'm going to put together like a shot video. That'll probably be my first. And it'll just be a montage of B-roll, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I got a lot of B-roll from a lot of booths. I didn't do anything but just take pictures and like film some stuff. I wasn't interested in enough in their product, like Taurus. I didn't talk to any reps or anything from Taurus, but I wanted to film their stuff. And yeah, Kalishnikov, same way. I didn't talk to anybody with Kalishnikov, but I filmed a lot of their stuff. And I got the gun bunny picture from
Yeah, he did.
But that's about it.
Oh, we're talking. Damn it, they're turning this into a freaking food chat.
We're turning it into a food chat.
Card Carrier, what's up? He said, I hope you guys had a successful trip. I'm sure you learned a lot from next year.
Yankee stole his damn cap.
Yeah, fucking Yankee stole your hat, Car. There's a cool black with gold and it says car on there. Yankee stole it, so you could give him hell over it. Tardot, yeah, but it sounds like the smaller guys are a good place to hit. Businesses that have possible products. Yeah, I mean, like, understand, like, there's 5 levels, okay? And there's basically 2 main levels, but the whole basement, or the first level, is all what they call the next products, and it's smaller companies that either couldn't afford the main showroom floor or couldn't get in. But that's where I spent basically my entire first day, because those are the ones that are actually looking to hook up with marketing people to get their message out, and content creators that they're looking to strike deals with product and all that stuff, because they need all the help they can get to get their stuff out there. Now, today I spent most of my day today at the big booths, the major manufacturers, and the cool thing is I wasn't expecting much as far as deals being struck today. But the funny thing is I actually think I got a few of them struck today. Well, and I know that Clover had a very successful day today.
Well, the thing is...
Possibly.
The first floor, the dungeon, you'll hear us call it the dungeon or the basement. Ghost is right on that. That's mainly the new businesses and stuff. So being down there benefits those businesses. All of this is content for you guys and helps you guys. So, I know y'all don't care either way. But as far as us, being down there, yes, we've got a better chance at scoring deals down there. But ultimately, it's about helping them out and helping them promote their products, especially if they're good products.
Yeah.
The second floor, that's the brass ring.
That's it.
That's the ones
That's where you're paying $25,000 just to have a booth.
For example, I got into Cellmark. They may send me an $1,800, $5,000 thermal scope.
Right.
That's the cool stuff that for us as creators, we want to shoot for, And Smeggy said it earlier. He's like, because we were talking about the second floor.
Right.
He says, you got to go for that stuff.
You have to, and if they say no, they say no.
You may not get it, and most of the time you're not going to get it. But we had some success today.
We did, which was
where we
awesome.
may be getting some stuff.
Yeah, and like I said, I was thinking, for the first year, we try to get some of the smaller companies, prove ourselves to the manufacturers that we can do something that that they're looking for us to do. And then the second floor is just mainly communication, starting a dialogue with these companies, getting to know them, and maybe next year something happens or something like that. But what Clover and I both found today was, I'll give you an example. I'm not going to tell a company yet, but there was a guy that we both shot with on Monday, and he is not a salesman. He is the gunsmith for this major company. And he remembered us, liked us, had fun with us. I went and shot a 10-minute video on it and sat there for 30 minutes shooting the shit. Well, guess what? That's going to turn into something pretty big, which I never anticipated. So the good thing is there is hope for the big companies right away. So if you guys are thinking about doing a SHOT Show next year, don't just sit there and say, well, nothing's going to happen. If you bust your ass, and I promise you this, Clover and I busted our tails.
And all the new guys out there that are doing the content, you guys know this, I have no doubt. We've talked about this. Branding, confidence, act like you're Yankee. Act like
you're a big deal, big dog.
Don't go in there with, oh, we have 1,000 subs. Don't do that. Go in there and say, I'm the freaking man. I can put your stuff, I'm a social influencer, I can put your stuff on the net, I can convert, I can get you sales, talk your game with them.
And I tell you, another thing is if you go into these things confident in yourself, and that confidence is exuded to these people, they're going to sit there and say, you know what, this guy's well-spoken, he knows his stuff, he might not be the biggest channel yet, but he's confident, and he knows it, blah, blah, blah. They're willing to take a chance. Like if you go in there with the attitude of, well, I just like to get some footage, and they're gonna allow, you go in there acting like you belong, and you act like, hey, you'd be crazy if you don't work with me. They'll work with you, because here's the thing, and this is something that's so right that so many people have said. If it's gonna take $25,000 for them to get something from Eric or Hickok or Demo Ranch or any of these guys to get a video from them, and that's 25 grand just to do a couple videos, and they can come and get someone who's a smaller channel, a younger channel like any of us, and they can get us for even just free gear, why wouldn't they? And get multiple videos for that. And here's the thing is, especially the smaller companies, if they're trying to grow and I'm trying to grow, wouldn't it be advantageous for all of us to grow together? And so that's a cool thing. That you just have to hit it the right way. You have to bring up the right points. Like I said, if you act like you're supposed to be there and you believe in yourself, yeah, man, it's awesome. Tar says he can't wait to see we like. I'm behind the chat.
I'll tell you
sorry.
what. Here's the other deal. I don't think I run into anybody, whether it was a creator. You guys have seen. We ran into Yamil.
This morning, first person we saw this morning was Jeff at GearReport.com. Dude, he
was looking for us.
He came to us, and I'll tell you what, talking about a resource. I mean, it's pretty funny that, I mean, are you trying to kill me? Yeah. The coolest thing is, the coolest thing I can tell you is this, no one at SHOT is sitting there looking up your sub count. They're too damn busy to take your business card and then go over before they talk to you and check your sub count. They don't care. If you go in there, and I'll tell you another thing also, is I got a compliment from so many different companies over the week of how I conducted my interviews. I was relaxed with them. I was joking around with them. I knew my stuff, and I asked questions that not everybody was asking the same questions. I try to bring it a different flavor. And that right there shows them, say, hey, this guy might be someone that's not the same as everybody else. So try to be unique. Yes, there are certain questions that you have to ask, but also think about questions that might relate to other people that aren't the normal questions that get asked all the time. So if you set yourself apart, Clover and I, you'll see some footage over the next couple months. Clover and I did a couple of things that were different than a lot of people. We asked questions that were not in any way close to being gun related. But guess what? One, it broke the ice. But two, in a month or so from now, when we get done with our videos and we publish them and we tag all their companies, and then we contact them a week or so after the video goes public, and we sit there and say, hey, um, the video's up. I'm Trey from Ghost Tactical, and we spent 20 minutes or so. I was the guy that asked you questions so and so. Well, they're going to remember the questions that me and Clover asked, because I guarantee you the questions that we asked for the icebreaker questions were not asked by anybody else at SHOT Show. And they'll remember that. So you got to set yourself apart from everybody else. They're seeing, there's 80 some odd thousand people there. So, what in the world? Oh, they may just remember you. Exactly. They may not remember the conversation we had, but they'll remember the question. Say, oh yeah, I remember you. They'll go and check the video out to see if it's good quality content that you have produced. You can sit there and say, yeah, maybe we give this guy a try. So don't ever sell yourself short. Be confident and think outside the box, and think of a way to set you aside from everybody else. There is absolutely no reason in the world that I should be as successful as I think that Clover and I were this week. There's no reason why we should be successful. We're in the same room as some major players. But you know what? We worked hard, and we might not have gotten the caliber of deals that some of these other people do, but I think for what we possibly could be getting deals and to do some testing and review and all that stuff. I can't speak for Clover, but I think I can. The last couple 3 days has been an unbelievable experience, and is setting up the channel for possibly massive things. Like I said, it's not just the gear. That's the content we're putting out. We're bringing SHOT Show to you guys that maybe, possibly, if we do our jobs right with these videos, it helps you guys make that decision. If I want to go to SHOT or not, is it worth it? The answer is yes. And if Clover and I do our jobs the right way with our videos that we'll be putting out, then next year we had, 8 or 9 guys from the GunChannels community, 10 maybe, something like that. Next year we're pushing for 20, and that means you guys, Wanamaker. I'm going to Wanamaker all the time. Wanamaker, you guys got. And I'll tell you one thing right now. Everyone talked about how massive SHOT Show is and how overwhelming it is. I'll tell you one thing about Wanamaker. SHOT Show wasn't nearly as overwhelming as I thought it was going to be, and I think it's because we had the Wanamaker experience. We knew about the craziness of
it's more spread out than Wanamaker. It's spread out. The booths are bigger. Wanamaker's a gun show, and everybody's got their little tables and it's crammed in there. At SHOT Show, it takes up so much area because they legitimately got huge booths that you.
It's under one flat booth building.
If you was to take each one of those vendors and cram them into a single table, they'd probably fit in Wanamaker. Would you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not going to be able to finding a new angle. That's what locking in YouTube smart, man. Well, no, it's just one of those things where, for me personally, is I haven't found the niche, and I hope I don't find a niche. I don't want to be plugged into one niche of a channel.
Exactly.
I do enjoy doing the range stuff. I do enjoy doing the live stuff more than anything. I do enjoy doing a lot of different stuff and reviews and all that. But, my biggest thing is I don't know the direction of my channel. So, for me, getting as much communication and contacts and, who knows where it takes. I had some stuff with some companies that I would have thought I would have had communication with this next few days.
Yeah.
And that might take me in a direction on the channel. I'm not saying one direction, but I might have 6 different directions that you might not like 5 of them. But if you like the one of them, then maybe you'll be able to watch those things. But that's the cool thing about this week was the contacts, seeing all this stuff, and it gave me a lot of ideas on different directions for the channel also. So
and there's something different that I don't think Ghost really necessarily hit on or did as much as I did, but part of it is just the direction his channel goes. So I mean it makes sense. But it's multi-dimensional. It's like we talked about. we talk about it all the time. Get out there on Twitter. Get out there on Instagram. Get out there on Facebook. Get out there on everything.
Yeah.
And so we went after the big fish. We went after the small fish. We went after unique stuff to try to show you guys. We went live to try to bring you guys into the fold a little bit.
Right.
I can guarantee you there was very few, if any, other creators inside the media room of SHOT Show live streaming.
Oh, no. They were actually looking at us like, what are they doing?
I don't know, but go do a search on SHOT Show 2018 media room or some kind of crap and see. But I would be willing to bet you'll find very few, if any. So that's an inside look, at
the media room.
So that's something that's kind of special. And something else I worked on is I got with, and you guys know this, I've talked about it, I got with Dustin Ellerman. Top Shot Champions Season 3 may come on the Wednesday show. Start coming on the Wednesday. The You Shooting Sports show some. That's huge. Talk to Girls with Guns who make the apparel. Their CEO is a husband and wife. The owners.
Do you have your little gorilla thing?
Yeah.
Is it already packed up?
Yeah,
my fucking arm is dying. All right, I want to bring up a point that Tardot, and this brings up a really good point that Tardot mentioned. He said I think he's joking, but he's not really joking. I agree with you. But he said, yeah, just don't go demo ranch on us when y'all hit the bigs. I know y'all aren't. First of all, there's two points I want to hit on that. First of all, the days of people being multi-million sub gun channels are gone. Unless something crazy happens. They all got huge because of Sandy Hook. And that's I'm sorry, I'm setting this Gorilla Pod, so I'm trying to save my arms a little bit. Oh, connecting. Oh, sorry about that. Yo, what's up?
Spread it wide on that bed. Spread it, the legs out wide.
Spread it wide?
Yeah, to make it fit on the bed, probably.
Something like that. Sorry about that.
With the bipod back. There you go.
All right. So I know the light's probably killer, but here, I'll just come over here and we'll
turn it off.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So, yeah, it's not good. All right. So as far as the big time channels, unless something crazy like Sandy Hook happens, I don't think you're going to see like the multi-million demo ranch guys anymore. Now, the second side of the whole demo ranch thing is this. I don't want to ever be like that. But Chloe and I had the discussion, and I actually had a discussion with a manufacturer today and talking about doing some T&E for them. And Chloe and I were talking, here's my thing. Let's see here. Be good, guys. This is a family channel. It is. I don't know what's going on. Spread the legs wide open. Oh, okay. They're talking about spreading it. The gimbal, the gorilla, yeah. So here's the thing is, I will promise you guys this because I already promised manufacturer this today, is if they send me a product for testing and evaluation and to do a review, and I'm going to run it through a true review, and if I don't like the product, one of two things is going to happen, okay? I will contact them and say, look, I did a full test and review on this. I don't like the product, or I think it's junk or whatever, and I'll give them an option. Either you're okay with me telling the world that it's junk, or I'll send it back to you and not even put anything, and never mention that I even tested it. I will not just do a great review because they sent something to me, and I know Clover's the same way. I think all of us in this room and in our club, our clique, our group, all of you guys, all of the content creators that are out there, I think the reason why we get along so well is I think we're like-minded. I can say this for Clover and I, our integrity means too much to sell out.
We're like-minded where it counts. We're not...
Right.
We're not clones. We're not all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But our principles are all in line.
Charged in $4,000. You know what? I mean, like I said, I'm not anywhere close to that level and all that, but it is. I'd rather be a channel with 100,000 people that get good info, are really into the community and/or getting into the community than 1 million that would just watch stuff blow up.
I've said it.
Yeah, I agree that Tardot.
If if I grow to 10,000 subs, okay, just 10,000 subs, and I have the quality of viewer and everything that is out there right now, that is watching right now, that listens regularly, that watches regularly, that's a huge success for me. I don't care if I even hit 100. I don't care about that silver button. I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as the quality stays the same.
That's a great question. Nate says, "Is it hard to stay brand loyal to SHOT Show when you're getting offers to test stuff?"
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and let me tell you how.
You can't be brand loyal.
Let me tell you
at
how.
some point.
Let me tell you how. If there's a company that's absolute garbage and you've experienced it, you pass their booth and you go to the next one.
That's right. That's right.
You don't even go in there and give them the opportunity to offer you a big bunch of money to do something. That's how you do it. It's the same way as if you was addicted to drugs or alcohol or gambling or anything else. You stay away from it. That's how you do that.
Yeah. As far as being brand loyal, once again, there are companies that I would like to work with because I have experience. I own some of their firearms or their whatever it is. They're the product. I own it already. I know it's good, and I'd love to work with them. There are some companies that I found this week. One in particular that I had never heard of before.
There's several.
And you know what? Clover and I have left here with brands I never heard of before with amazing relationships. Now, we don't know where that relationship's going to go, but I'll say this is if they treat us well and we treat them well, then it will be nice to grow, but it comes down to product. If their product is crap, we're going to tell them, look, I appreciate the relationship we have. I ran this particular gun through a 1,000-round test of different things, and I think it's junk. And instead of me putting out a review on that, maybe I'm going to send this gun back to you. And if you haven't had these issues with other guns, this is what Chloe and I were talking about earlier. If you haven't had these issues with other guns, then send me another one. I'll do the same test, and if it works out well, fantastic. But I will, and Clover was saying earlier, I'll say in the video, the first gun I got was junk. They sent me a second one, and it's been fine. But also, if it's junk, sit there and say, look, before you go any further, you might want to address these issues before, because that's what we're there for. We're not there to just make a video. We're actually there. They're actually wanting us to test their stuff and give them feedback.
Right. And if it's a new firearm company that's come out, they may have a problem, and until they have people that test them and find those problems, they don't know.
It is a smoking room. Yes, it is. It's Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's important to test. And I mean, if they fail, that doesn't mean it's just like what it's SAR.
SAR, yeah.
They were hooked up with EAA.
That's right.
That's what we were told basically, and it was junk. It was crap. And they were like, okay, screw this. We're not going to import nothing. It's going to be
USA.
SAR USA.
Yep.
We're going to completely redo our line. And, they learn their lessons and they move forward. Well, if you didn't know that, if we didn't bring that information to you and say, hey, SAR is different now, then you may go out there and you see old videos that say SAR is a piece of crap and you don't buy it.
That's right.
But, somebody has tested, reviewed, and they know, and the company changed, they changed directions. And companies can do that. There's good companies that can go bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my opinion, the SIG 365 is one of those things.
I'll tell you one thing, guys, and this is not a review because I refuse to go to SIG just for multiple reasons. But here's the thing is this. The word from everything that I heard from a lot of people from range day is that the 365 is junk. And I hope maybe you guys, I haven't shot, so it's not my opinion, but I heard that from a lot of different, and the word on the street was that 365 was junk. I don't know if you heard the same thing or not.
Yeah, I heard it all over the
So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Will I test it if they send one to me? Yeah, but they won't because I didn't get a chance to talk to them. But, I mean, that's what I heard, and I don't know. I did not personally shoot it, but I heard that from multiple. I heard very few good comments about it, actually, which is strange because usually SIGs, they're good quality stuff, and but I didn't hear a whole lot of good about the 365.
Yeah.
Storman says that he knows that Clover Ghost Integrity is not for sale. I will make you promise to you, Storman, that if it ever comes to the point to where my integrity is for sale, I'll shut the channel down. I will shut it down before I sell myself out if there's any way possible.
I don't want to say that it would never be for sale, because at a certain price, I could move to my own private island and never have to talk to anybody ever again. So, I mean, if they're offering me like, I don't know, 9 or 10 figures, you know, it might be for sale.
Let's see here. Yes men are the worst. Yeah, I've never been accused of being a yes man.
I've never had that come up, but I mean, I'm sure eventually it'll get to a point to where I'm faced with a situation to where it's thousands of dollars on the line, you know, that somebody wants me to, and we'll find out. I mean, I like to think that I'm not. I wouldn't cave to the pressure. Hopefully, I don't.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing that before we get out of here.
The thing is, you guys have to keep us honest too.
Absolutely, call us on it. You know, if you guys ever notice, I mean, yeah, absolutely, call us on it, because we're all friends around here, and you know, I think friends can say something to other friends that actually means something.
Yeah.
I will say one thing that we were discussing earlier. Holy shit, my mind just went blank. I'm so fried right now.
While you're thinking of that,
yeah, go ahead.
You know, we've been trying to move this this female creator thing forward.
Yeah, we got some cool
stuff. I worked on that this week, on several fronts.
Yeah.
We talked about, I think it was on the last Wednesday show, Shoots Like a Girl. Shoots Like a Girl was there. I didn't get a chance to meet up with them. However, I do have emails and all of that. The owners or whatever of Shoots Like a Girl are willing to start, you know, to come on the show and start talking and doing some things. Also, I went by the Girls with Guns booth. Same thing there. Talked to, I think, the president or whatever, marketing manager or whatever it was. She said the couple, husband and wife, that started Girls for Gun, absolutely, she knew without a doubt would be willing to come on a show to help try to move things forward with more, you know, more women and content creators and that sort of stuff. Another thing is Brickell, is American Gun Chick. I spent quite a bit of time with her today. She's freaking awesome, guys.
Right.
She's genuine. We actually had a conversation, I don't think it was on camera, where she told me, she says, I like showing my mistakes.
Yeah.
Basically, you know,
she's
being a
learning
ditz,
also.
Being a ditz and being an airhead and stuff like that. She says, I like showing that because it's genuine. And that struck a chord with me because that's what we do.
Well,
we're real, Brickell, and she's real.
And Brickell is not a lifelong gun person.
No.
She's very, very new to guns, so she is like very within the last year and a half. So she is okay with that.
What I want to do with everybody out there too, and I'll do it later on some other videos as well, is reach out and say, get on her channel, watch some of her stuff, give her some positive feedback,
right?
Let her know, name drop us, particularly me, I
guess. She knows Clover more.
Since I spend a lot of time. Name drop me and say, hey, you should go on the live shows. You should do, because I talked to her about live streaming. I told her that, you know, she was a genuine person. She was a real person. And that if you're genuine and real and can just sit down and talk to a camera and you don't have to worry about it being polished and scripted, that's where it's at. And I told her, I said, you will explode being a woman in the business. She's already got like 20,000 or whatever, I don't even know, followers. You know, and I said, if you can take the attitude you've got and put that in front of a camera live to where everybody's got that instant feedback.
That's right.
You guys can ask their questions and whatever. It could be huge for her. So go to her channel. I'm going to do basically a hashtag gun channel blitz, I guess, on American Gun Chick. And I'm going to say, go there, hashtag gun channel blitz her, and say, hey, get with Cloverdeck. He'll help you. Get on the live streams. And let's get this done.
Yeah, I had a cool interview with Julie, obviously, but I had something happen today. I stopped by the Second Amendment Foundation. You guys all know that I'm a member and supporter of the Second Amendment Foundation. I stopped by their booth just to say hi and thank them for all of the things that they do for the Second Amendment. And they didn't want to be on camera, which I understand. but they let me do a video in their booth, and I did, and I said some things that about other organizations and all that, and one of the people that was in the booth was this lady, and later on in the day she caught me and was talking that the Second Amendment Foundation is actually getting into firearm instruction, and they're also talking about bringing women into it and bringing women into instruction so they can teach other women, because women in the gun community are probably going to be very intimidated by taking instruction from men. So they're trying to get some women that are already in the gun community becoming licensed instructors so that maybe they can start spreading instruction. And I asked her if she'd be willing to come on live, and she was all for it. So not only are we going to be talking possibly to a woman in the gun community, talk about a woman instructor in the gun community, but an officer of the Second Amendment Foundation, all in one in a chat. That was me coming up, and she was all in. So that's going to be really, really awesome. So I'm really happy about that. Before we get going, guys, tomorrow is the 25th, or for some of you guys, it's today. And I know we've been preaching this and all that, but if you haven't gone to the ATF to fill out the questionnaire yet, the 25th is when it ends. So make sure you guys get out there and do that. Let them know what you feel about bump fire stocks. Let them know how you feel about redefining the word machine gun and exploring rate of fire. Please do that, because that is the last day is today.
And if you're not sure about anything, go check out the GOA website.
Action.
They've got it's a big banner right there on the front page. They've got a template thing laid out. You don't have to. You can copy it. Lots of people probably have, but you can just read over it and then put it in your own words if that's what you need to do.
He said it was up to 33,000. Nodak said it was up to 33,000.
Well, that's awesome.
It was 7,000 a week ago.
That's awesome, because Night Strike earlier, I think it was Night Strike, I think this morning or something, said that it was only 8,000 or some kind of something. So that's awesome if it's that high. And I figured that would happen. I figured last minute we would see a massive boost, because everybody waits to the last. I do it. I'm guilty.
Yeah.
And everybody else is too. They wait till the last minute.
I'll say this, very interesting. I did go by the ATF booth today. They're not here. Their booth has been empty. FBI's been here, but the ATF booth has been empty all week. And I wonder if that's because they were anticipating a mass influx of people talking about all this. They didn't show. So that's interesting. That's very interesting.
Well, I know the FBI was there, so I didn't go talk to them, but I know they were.
Oh, he said a mass influx of comments just went public, so that's why it jumped so quickly. They're probably already on there, but they didn't make everything public. They'd probably take a big batch and make them public. That's why
it may do it overnight or over the week. Yeah. Maybe the weekend.
The weekend. Now, I will say one thing that we're going to talk about, and Chloe and I have been talking about this the last couple of days, and this is for something for you guys out there that have just started turning the camera on. And I'm not trying to talk like I just started this 6-7 months ago, and I'm by no means a big channel. But for you guys that are just turning the cameras on, trying to do this, and you're trying to figure out if you want to come to SHOT Show or not, I will say this. For me, the most rewarding thing for me, and Clover and I have been talking about it, I know he feels similar, the ego boost that we got this week from these manufacturers. Once again, they don't know if we're 100 subs or 1,000,000 subs. They base with it, if they want to deal with you on your attitude, the quality of questions that you ask, how you present yourself. If you're acting like a big dog, they're going to assume you're a big dog and they'll take a shot. But the fact that we're talking with CEOs, we're talking with corporate marketing directors, we're talking with national, not regional, not local, we're talking with national officers of these major companies, and they're wanting to spend 30 minutes with us just shooting the shit and asking us different things and all that, talking about an ego boost. So when I go back home and I start working on stuff, I feel like, okay, everything I've done to this point has been justified by the last couple of days, because these people are treating us like, I literally had a Safari Land. This is no joke, and Clover knows what I'm talking about. I had a Safari Land appointment yesterday. I showed up, and a lady runs to me, introduced herself, says, "I'm your host." I had literally a host that walked me to 2 or 3 different people for interviews, and they had a press kit for me. They had food and drink for me. They did not let anyone else talk to me. They knew that I was there to work and get video. I had a host to take me around Safariland and get all the stuff that I wanted, and we're moving people out of the way so that we could get our shots in. Talk about an ego boost. It was unbelievable, and that happened more than once.
I'm gonna be talking with Safariland over email and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't have time, but I just stopped.
But they contacted him through Instagram.
This was crazy, man. Ghost had done, and I figured Ghost said something to him, so I still don't know exactly what all went down. But here I am, and I had a meeting with a dealer, actually a dealer in Texas, and we were finalizing some plans because they took me out for barbecue tonight, which was awesome. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go with Ghost and G and Yankee and all them, which sucked.
Yeah,
I would have liked to have done that.
Dinner tonight was epic.
You know, that was a huge deal for me. You're talking R&D with an ammunition manufacturer, all of that. I mean, it's going to be groundbreaking. But anyway, I had a meeting with him, and then like 30 minutes later, I had to be down to hook up with Brickell and talk with her. And during the trip from the 3rd floor down to the 1st floor, I had posted, you guys seen it, I'm sure, the Instagram with Dustin Ellerman.
Yeah.
And it's like, bloop, I get a notification on my phone that Safariland has commented on his Instagram post.
Yeah.
And it says, hey, are you still around? You need to drop by our booth sometime. Absolutely. We want to talk to you. And like Safariland is
a major company.
Me saying, hey, you need to come over. That's awesome.
It's awesome.
Now, I had a whole day planned. They were not on my list, unfortunately, and I told them that. I was honest about it. I stopped by and said, hey, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I do not have enough time to go through all of this. Can we swap cards and just through email or phone or something, we'll deal? And I told them honestly, because I looked at some of their products, and I'm like, I don't know what I would bring to the table on some of your stuff. You know, it's holsters and it's tactical gear.
And see, I use that when competitive shooting that I use.
It's more stuff that Ghost uses than I. Yeah. But there may be some few things, and they may have some stuff in the future.
Oh yeah. Well, Safariland's got so many. It's
a good contact to have anyway. They may come out with some competition stuff, or they may come out with some different things, some hunting stuff or something. You never know.
All right, I'm going back. I'm sorry, I'm going back to the questions. Gunpowder B. Hey, what's up, girl? So was it today or tomorrow that you asked the question to set you apart? Every single interview that...
I missed a few.
Well, yeah, but pretty much every one that I had, I asked it the last 2 days. So every single interview I had, I asked the question. That'll be a fun little video in itself. Ghost, favorite horror movies? Yeah, my question was, what's your favorite scary movie? Now, there were a couple people that said I don't watch scary movies, so I recorded that, but I also had a backup question, so I always asked them if they didn't want to answer that one. I said, what's your favorite gun movie? And basically, John Wick kind of won out on that one, but that'll be a video in itself. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm telling you guys. Okay.
Mohawk Boy will like my question.
Yeah, Mohawk Boy will love Clovers. I will say this about Yankee guys. Clover and I got a chance to be around Yankee quite a bit.
Yankee's awesome.
He's unbelievable. Now, here's the thing about Yankee.
May not like him on his shows, but I'm going to tell you. Yankee's the real deal.
He is the same personality in person as he is on his show. He's very brash. He's very opinionated. But here's the thing about Yankee.
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious as hell. But here's the thing about Yankee. He's very, very tight about who he talks to until he gets to know someone. He's not about talking to people he doesn't know. He doesn't know them. He doesn't trust them. He knows he might say something that's going to piss him off, so he doesn't know them. But once you're in his inner circle and he's good with you, he's unbelievable. And I'll let Clover here in a minute talk about his experience with Yankee. My experience with Yankee is he and I had similar jobs in the military, a lot of the same training, obviously different branches. Our backgrounds are a little bit the same as far as military training and all that. But Yankee also is a smartass, but he enjoys other smartasses that aren't afraid to give it right back to him, which I'm not afraid of that. So we hit it off really well. But Yankee's a really good person with a really good heart, but he is exactly in person who he is on camera, which I respect immensely. He's not fake. That is Yankee that you guys see on camera. That's Yankee, and he's hilarious. He's the funniest guy in the world.
Yankee, when Yankee gets all on the Eric Train or the whoever about, you know, how they're not the same, you know, on their produced videos or whatever as they are in real life.
He is.
And all that. Yankee is. Yankee does. It's just like us. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting this on Yankee.
Oh no.
But it's genuine.
We're not. There's no acting. It's not a character of Yankee. Yankee is Yankee, which is awesome.
And this went on. This went on after the Next Generation thing. But you guys know the whole Matt with Demolition Ranch probably.
Yeah.
And, you know, I put the title. First of all, he can't believe, and Ghost didn't either, that I put that title.
That was hilarious.
I'm mad. I'm pissed off
that
Matt from Demo Ranch don't care enough about some
kids.
Some 8, 10, and
12-year-old kids.
11, 12-year-old little girls that are fans enough to meet with me to just take a picture, snap. That way I can
didn't even respond to them.
And you know, nothing.
Didn't say no, just didn't respond to them.
That pissed me off. Well, Yankee was sitting there when I titled it and all.
He did.
And I mean, he was like,
he was
did
pissed.
What?
He was pissed.
He was upset. He
sent a message.
So he sent a message to Matt from Demo Ranch. Yankee did a private message through Instagram, and Ghost got to see it. What did it say?
So we were at dinner and we were talking about it, and I said, did you ever? We got in the car to go to dinner, and I said, Yank, did you ever send that message to Demo? And he pulled his phone out and he just showed it to me, and he said, you need to contact CloverTac now. That was a private message from Yankee to Demo. He goes, you need to contact CloverTac now. So at the end of the night, when they dropped me off at the hotel, before I got in the car, I said, hey, Yank, did Demo ever respond? He pulls his phone and goes, nope. Never responded one bit. Never responded to Clover. So, yeah, Yankee will do a lot for you.
And here's the deal, and y'all don't know this either. Once I killed the live stream, right? I'm up in the media room, okay? It's after shot has done closed.
Yeah.
The media room closes afterwards. So there's this big flow of people.
Right.
So that was 15 till 6, the time here, right? It was 15 till 6. So I gather my stuff up. It's 15 till 6. I get down to the second level, from the third to the second level, and I'm just standing around in the hallway. And I'm kind of playing with my phone, whatnot. I'm kind of waiting on the big mass exodus of people to go. I'm not in a big hurry. I don't have to be to my dinner meeting for like an hour. So, all of a sudden, Dale, I think it was Dale. It was Dale. I get a notification, and Dale has commented and tagged me and all on a Demolition Ranch post. And guess what?
It was right there.
Just about the time that Yankee texted or Instagrammed Matt from Demolition Ranch, he was taking freaking publication pictures 43 minutes or something.
So he was on Instagram.
So he was on Instagram, on Facebook, and at SHOT Show. He was like downstairs.
And didn't respond.
And still didn't respond.
So,
and let me tell you what, all of his little followers out there, and Dale will tell you this, if Dale's watching the replay or is out there or whatever, all of his little followers wanted to jump on Dale about, oh, Matt wouldn't do that. Oh, I've watched all of Matt's videos. Matt from Demolition Ranch wouldn't do that. Well, guess what? You guys know. You guys know he did it.
Yeah, and I don't think either one of us are saying don't watch Demo Ranch. If you like Demo Ranch and you like his stuff, awesome. But when it comes to
he needs to get off his high horse.
Being a person,
he needs to get the stick out of his
and
butt
respecting his
and get off his high horse. I'm not his fanboy.
Right.
I don't watch his stuff. If you do, that's great. But I'm not. I'm another creator that wants to do something for some kids I know.
That's right.
It's not for me. I could care less. And he should care enough.
Let's see here. Ozark said, Ghost, were you an MP? Yankees MOS was in CID. Yankee was in counterintelligence. I was in geographical intelligence. We were both in the intelligence community. We both went through a lot of similar training. His MOS was a little bit different than mine, but we were both in the intelligence community. So yeah, we had a lot of similar training. Let's see here. Now there was up there. I can't remember who it was. Someone asked us about the cameraman. Is there going to be a boot camp for our cameraman? How are we going to go through selection process for cameraman? We actually were discussing this Honest to God, I am all for having some help next year. Not saying it was hard, but it'll be a lot easier to set up and all that if we had someone. So, excuse me. Whoo! We got burp out. So over the next year, yes, I'm sure Clover and I will be discussing things that we might be able and willing to bring on some crew. I would like to think that we would do that. Obviously, I don't think I can maybe afford to bring somebody out and pay for all their stuff, but if someone's willing to get out to Vegas, I can get you in a shot. Clover can get you into shot under our production companies. But we'll have to figure all that out. So there will be maybe some opportunities if we think about it.
What I'm thinking right now, I'm just spitballing, this is what I'm thinking.
Right.
I'm sure come shot next year, it's probably...
We hope you guys come on your own. That's my thing.
It's a possibility that some of you guys out there that are creating, maybe you don't get in. So what I would like to do is maybe try to keep it open-ended. And for some of you creators out there that for some reason don't get in, we can bring you on as a cameraman.
And yes, camera women too. That's right.
Or camera woman, yeah. But while we take a break, or we're in the media room, or we've got like talking interviews, like meetings,
go take some
you
pictures.
guys can go off and film
and do your thing.
Film some booths and do some
Absolutely.
things. That way you get content.
That's right.
And everybody wins that way.
Let's see here. YouTube celebrities act like the Kardashians. I mean, the funny thing is YouTube celebrities is kind of a funny term. Because there are people that are celebrities, and I witnessed this today.
They choose, if they're celebrities, they choose to keep the stick up their butt.
That's correct.
I hate to tell you that, but that's the truth.
I'll tell you the one thing that made me laugh today was I ran into Coleon Noir, and Coleon had a 5-person entourage. Now this is a YouTube guy who is also a lawyer in Dallas, but he's a YouTube gun celebrity that's on the payroll of the NRA, and he is walking around with an entourage. Now I don't know if you guys are familiar or heard of the Santa shooter up in Detroit. The guy that was dressed, who's working as a Santa and helped some lady, ended up having to shoot someone, and and all that. He was kind of a famous guy. He is one of Coleon Noir's entourage. This is a guy who's a gun celebrity that has a 5-person entourage, and it's one of those things where I think that he wanted people to walk around and say, he must be important, he's got bodyguards, or he's got an entourage, he's got a hype man. I don't know Coleon personally. I had a chance to, if I wanted to talk to him or meet him and get a picture, I was right there next to him. That did not do anything for me. Maybe it was the NRA thing also that wasn't appealing to me, but I mean, can you imagine us walking around with an entourage? That's hilarious to me. That's hilarious to me. Now, there was one person that had an entourage that actually deserved one and had to have one, but Donald Trump Jr., I actually literally ran into his Secret Service. I was walking through a passageway, and I was on my phone, and I go shoulder to shoulder and kind of bumped into this guy. I said, "Oh man, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that." Who was it? It was Donald Trump Jr.'s Secret Service officer, and he was cool. He was like, "Hey, don't worry." So I wasn't even looking. I was like, "Holy shit!" It's Donald Trump Jr.'s right there, and his Secret Service guy. So that guy, I get it. He gets an entourage. He gets Secret Service. He's a president's son. But Coleon Noir with an entourage? Come on, man. You're at SHOT Show. You're at SHOT Show.
When you've got an entourage like that, what that tells me is that you want a buffer. That way you don't have to deal with the little people.
With your viewers who support you.
With the little people. It's the same thing we're talking about with Matt with Demo Ranch, not returning my thing. I didn't reach out to him as a fanboy. I reached out to him as a fellow creator.
That's right.
And whether he likes it or not, just because he's got 8 Brazilian
Still
subs
colleagues.
Doesn't make him any different than me. He's a colleague in this industry,
That's
in
right.
this media.
That's right.
He should respond to me and give me a yay or nay, or I can't meet you, how about we do something else? But instead I get no reply at all. I'm going to harp on that for months.
So Storman says y'all can be like golfers and have a caddy or something.
There you go.
And Tar says he'll be too busy working. I love that, Tar. You and Gunpowder, you need to figure out your vacation and all that. Be here. anybody out there, seriously, if you can make it, you can make it work, and you have the time.
Plan the whole week.
Plan the whole week, because we were here for 3 or 4 days, and it's not enough. It's truly not enough.
The way it needs to be done, you need to make Monday Range Day. Tuesday, collect swag day.
Yep.
Wednesday, sure up any meetings that you've already set up prior, meetings with people that already sponsor you, hopefully that you already got, that sort of thing, meeting them face to face, whatever. Thursday, going after the big fish.
That's right. And Friday,
and then
cleaning up any loose ends.
Just hanging or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Nodex says, I'll be the bunny. It's the best I don't go because I'm part of Smack a Food Tribe and I might get mad on sight. That's funny. Juice says, did anyone hit the HK booth? We both did.
Heck yeah.
Spent a lot of time in the HK booth.
There may be some good things coming.
That might be one that we can't talk about quite yet.
BP9, baby. BP9.
Well, I actually did a thing on the SP5K, which is a civilian version of the MP5.
He had a, I shot the suppressor ready BP9, on range day.
That's right.
They had an OD green.
Yeah.
BP9. Oh my God.
Yeah. H&K. We probably don't need to talk about it. H&K might be something that comes down the road.
That might be something fun. Yeah.
That might be real fun.
That's all we can say at this point. But.
When is the 433 coming out for us? There was no release date. They were pretty kind of tight-lipped. They just said, I think his exact word was soon for me. I don't know if he did the same thing, but he said soon, but there was no official release date. Storman says he's wanted in several states, countries. That's funny as hell.
Storman wants to just whoop on everybody.
That's right. Nate, I don't think John Bernthal was walking around with no.
If I hit Corleone Noir or Gary Coleman or whatever we're calling it,
Denzel's what Yankee call him.
Yeah. If I ever hit Denzel's level, I'm hiring Storman as my security.
Well, Storman says he wants to be the hype man.
The hype man?
He says I want to be a hype man and smack.
He's talking about smacking.
He says I'll be your hype man and smack man. Yeah. Tardot, my entourage is gunpowder and the kids. Perfect. I actually did see a couple kids. I think they were just there for today. I saw a couple kids today with mom and dad.
I didn't. But I know there's an age limit on SHOT Show.
Nodak says he doesn't like Corleone. I liked Corleone before he became NRA. Back in the early days, he was new to guns, and he was trying to learn about guns and was trying to do IDPA and all that. And then the NRA had a great idea. I think when the NRA got a hold of him, he had about 25,000, 30,000 subs. Still a good-sized channel, but wasn't what he was. The NRA, and this is not 100% true, but I've heard a lot of things about how this happened, and I asked Yankee about it, actually. He kind of confirmed some of it, but NRA basically was trying to rebrand who they were. They needed a well-spoken, intelligent black man, and Corleone was who they chose, and they spent enormous amount of money to get him several 100,000 subs in a month or two. And they can do that. They're the NRA. But so I liked Corleone before he became Corleone Noir. It was just Corleone trying to learn how to shoot, IDPA. I liked that Corleone. Took it up, man. I'll hype and smack. Let's see here.
Vegas, baby. Smoking room. Gotta love it.
Gotta go, guys. All right, hey, Dale, appreciate all what you do for all of us.
Thank you, Dale.
You guys take care. We'll see Dale. We'll see you whenever we can. Nodak, so many people I saw on Instagram would only be seen with other famous Insta folks. Yeah, I didn't really see a whole lot of just Instagrammers. I wasn't paying much attention, but apparently that was a big deal last year. But I didn't see just people walking around taking pictures. I saw, well, smoking, but there was like
other than that, no.
There was supposedly last year was a big Instagram thing.
Most of the media I seen that was there, honestly, was writing. was like the magazine people. Those guys with little notepads, and I showed you guys. I've got a video where I show you around the media room. I
Juice, that's wrong in so many levels.
The working side. If you go back and you watch that, where I show you the media room.
The working.
Those guys had their laptops out, their notepads, their stuff, and I mean they were writing things and whatever.
Now, a lot of those guys are magazine, guns and ammo.
Yeah, it's mostly magazine
print
stuff, I think.
media stuff. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up. I'm sorry, guys. What I think of the 433 is pretty awesome. I mean, I'll tell you this much. I walked away from SHOT being a very big fan of HK.
Oh, yeah.
Very big fan. And they've got some really cool stuff that that's going to be released later on. But I'm walking away with big fans of SAR, HK, Caracal, and I know that Caracal might have had, but the people are awesome.
Yeah.
They treat us like kings. So my opinion,
CZ, we were treated well with CZ.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think the opportunities are presented with CZ like they were with the other companies. Yeah. The people were nice. They were good to us. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
I just don't, and I may get an email next week or next month. I mean, whatever. But I don't feel like
I'm the same way.
There was a connection, and they were
very gracious to do what we wanted to.
The HK guy, Bill, I know I talked to.
I was with Sean, yeah.
But the HK guy I talked to, you know, I kind of laughed it off, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna make a video. I said, give you a little bit of publicity or something like that. Yeah. And he said, there's no such thing as a little bit. Anytime we can get the HK name out there, that's what we want to do.
And he was dead serious.
And he was dead serious about it.
The cool thing from so many of these different companies that we had dealings with were that they understood that there's different levels of exposure.
And they understood, most of them, because I don't know about you, but this is what I did. I would go up and I would just pick a random person because they had multiple people working at the booth, right? And I would go up and I had my card. Of course, I'd get one out of the badge and have it ready. And I would ask them, do you have a media person here?
Mm-hmm. And I usually said a marketing person.
And I said media person, but that's marketing. Yeah. They knew what I meant. And some of them did, and then some of them, they wore different hats.
Right.
It was one guy that wore 5 different hats. You know, like the guy with SAR.
The guy with SAR was a gunsmith, but he knew everything about the guns and was awesome.
But the thing about talking with the marketing or the media person, they understand the YouTube dynamic nowadays.
That's right.
They know that there'll never be another hiccup or nothing fancy or demo ranch. That's not happening anymore. They understand that. And I think that's why they looked at us the way they did. Is they see what we see, what I talk about all the time with after hours and everything else. They see the future, and the future is real, it's genuine, it's live, it's not this scripted, polished crap.
That's right.
It's a genuine person kicking on the camera, a real person going, hey, this H&K VP9, look what it does. This thing's freaking awesome.
That's right.
And then whoever's watching says, hey, that's a real dude. And he likes that, and
he's not big enough to where he's been bought off.
And I trust that guy.
Yep.
I'm going to go out and get me an HKVP9.
And I'll tell you what another company had said to me about being small, and he said, look, this is the real deal right here. He goes, we can go and pay a lot of money to one channel and get a lot of views with one channel. Or we can go and spread the wealth to a bunch of channels and get a different audience that is growing, and as they grow, we're going to grow with their growing audience. And so that's a different, like you said, the whole YouTube mentality is they know that it's going to grow, but it has a ceiling. And if you've already reached that ceiling, then they have nowhere to grow with those big time content creators because they've already hit the ceiling. You go with the guys that are still growing and their fan base grows, well, guess what? These companies, they grow with the fan base as well. So they actually kind of understand. And a lot of these marketing and media guys are younger, like the millennial age. Yeah. So they understand that side of it.
Yeah,
it's
they
not
know
the 60-year-olds.
social media game. big time.
Yeah. Let's catch up here. How often were you aroused? What?
A bunch.
Okay, all right. So, Stormin, here's a little something for you. Yes, I spent a lot of time at the. I spent 40 minutes at the Kalashnikov USA, and I know some of you guys may not like. I like them. Here's a little thing on the Alpha. The
I'm gonna give it a sneak peek. You're talking about
the Alpha is not going to happen. It's been tabled. Too many things were going wrong. This came straight from them. They said it very well could come out in a year or two, maybe called a Bravo, but the Alpha is not happening. It's done.
Okay, hey, this is a Kalashnikov sneak peek. You seen it first right here. Check it out. There you go. How about that? Yeah.
So the Alpha is gone. It's not happening. It's done. So sorry to tell you that, but it's not gonna happen. Let's see here.
Let me show him another one too. Here.
Cars, he might have already left. I'm sorry, Car. I'm a little late on the thing. If you're still out there, thanks, bro. We'll see you. Thank you for the compliment and all that.
Okay.
We're gonna make it happen.
If that didn't turn you on from Kalashnikov, here you go. Here's another sneak peek. That previous one didn't turn you on. That ought to.
Which one is this one? Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the one she was holding in the picture, by the way. But nobody's looking at the gun.
No.
In the picture. That's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah. Let's see
I mean,
here.
don't get me wrong. She had a couple of weapons of mass destruction, but.
Does HK already have a civilian version? No, it's in the works, but they do not have a civilian. I think where HK is right now is they're still in the development stages of taking their operator side and the military and law enforcement stuff and creating the civilian side. They've got a couple, like the SP5K is the civilian side of the MP5K, and it's out. But I think they're still understanding that there is a market for that stuff, but it has to be done very, very carefully. And so, they don't want to price themselves out of the civilian market because the law enforcement and military stuff, you're talking about government contracts where the prices really don't matter at that point. But on the civilian side, they're going to have to rework some of the stuff because they don't want to price themselves completely out of the civilian market. So there are a lot of stuff that's in development with them, but I'm really excited about what HK is doing. There's going to be some really cool stuff in the next year or so with them. Let's see here. It's only AK-47 unpatriotic. I think I made this. I love the AR platform. I love the AK. AK platform, honestly, is I like the AK platform more than AR platform. That's just my personal opinion. I enjoy shooting the AK platform better. So that's just me. So no, I don't think it's unpatriotic. What is the age limit to bring the kids? I may have to start saving money. I don't know. I don't know.
Collier Gun Girls told us once before. And I think it's 14 or 16 or something.
So if you got young ones, you're probably not going to. I saw some teenagers, but it's not little bitty. I know that. Top tier house, no buy AKs. Okay. House get a quality AK, no Century. Well, the camera woman or cameraman don't have to share that room with y'all. I hate. Dude, I've never smoked really in a hotel room, but I'm too damn tired to walk downstairs. So yeah, we got a smoke room, and it's actually worked out all right for us.
I'm smoking in here.
Accessories can be bigger than a deal than guns. Yeah, I mean the accessory side of stuff. Yeah, I mean you're talking about products that don't cost the manufacturers very much to give out to people. So a gun costs them a lot more to give away than gear does.
And not just accessories, but one reason I went after the Lyman boot.
Oh yeah,
is
everything I got.
I own and use a ton of Lyman products.
Yeah.
Lyman is an old company.
Yeah.
They've got a catalog. I got one just so I would kind of know what all they offer. I got a 2018 availability catalog, which is everything available for 2018. That catalog is that freaking thick.
Yeah.
So, and it's everything from reloading to Lyman has bought Packmeyer as well as several other companies. So you're talking about grips, reloading equipment, gunsmithing tools, black powder rifles, all kinds of cool stuff that's available through Lyman. So that's another thing when you're out there, if you're looking at different companies and things, look at the ones out there, not just for accessories per se, that go on a gun or with a gun, but look at companies that have a big catalog of stuff to offer, because that's more content that you can do. I mean, they can essentially, if they got a catalog this thick, they can send you one thing a week for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
And you never cover it all.
Yeah.
That's content.
Fine Ape said, he says, what are you guys doing up so late on a school night? School's out tomorrow.
School's out. The summer.
How's your father? Recommend a gun that will fit in my wife's purse. Any kind of 380.
Semi-auto
or revolver. Which one? If you're going to go semi-auto, you're probably looking at something like a Ruger LCP, a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. If you're talking revolver, probably a Ruger LCR is probably a really good purse gun.
My wife's got the Taurus
Glock 42
Protector Poly, and I also have the same one. I don't know if it's in a purse. It really needs to be a concealed carry purse.
Yeah.
That way
or get a pocket holster that you can put in the purse.
The revolver is on. Yeah, you could get a sticky sleeve or something.
Something. Yeah.
You want something to keep the hammer from grabbing. If you've got a revolver, it's in a purse and lipstick's in there in the wallet and a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
Then I mean you've got drag on the hammer that could potentially happen, which is not a good thing. But yeah, semi-auto. I'm gonna say Glock 42 or Glock 43. Period.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah.
If you've got the money and you can afford one of those two. If not, the LCP is a
LCP.
I think the LCP is a great option.
It is, and it's an inexpensive option. You can get under $200.
They went up a little bit. The LCPs have. I think they've gotten rid of the old versions.
Yeah, probably.
And that's why the newer versions have gone up in price a bit. They lowered everything to try to flush those older models out.
Home Runner says, how's a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm Glock 26? My everyday carry is M&P Shield 9mm. You have experience with the Glock 26? I don't. I've never had experience with that. My EDC is a Glock. I mean, is a M&P Shield 9. So I love it.
The 26 is a little bigger than a 43.
Yeah.
I don't like the width on it. That's my problem with a carry on a 26.
Yeah.
Is the width.
Yeah, I couldn't give you anything on 26. Lucky he does, but my EDC M&P Shield 9, I love it.
And I don't own a 26 or carry a 26, but I know a bunch of people that do. So I've had the experience with it.
Let's see here. What's up, Hemi? Sorry I'm behind.
What's
up? Clover, you seem really excited about the AKM, Ozark Yeoman said. Let's see here. If Hodge Defense is handing out those sick new rails they are putting in the FN-15s, I'll take one. No.
We got swag out the rear.
We're talking, when we say swag, we're talking stickers.
We found nobody handing out product.
No product. We're talking patches, stickers, hats, t-shirts, stuff like that. But yeah. Let's see here. I'm still sad about the Alpha AK, yeah. Let's see here. No problem. Glad we could help you. How's women seem to like the Sig Sauer P238 380? I never shot it before.
Yeah, the P238
P238's pretty good. Yeah, P238's really good.
Yes, sweet. Slides a little hard to rack, in my opinion. It's that 1911 style, frame. It's going to be a little bit heavy. For a 380, of course, that's going to mitigate recoil. So, I mean, that's the plus of it being a little heavier frame. Yeah. And if she's carried in a purse, heavy's not going to be that
heavy's not a bad deal, yeah.
On her body, you wouldn't really want it that heavy. But yeah, P238, that's a great option.
Yeah, Tardot says, yeah, but from the looks of it, the swag being handed out is pretty. Oh no, the swag is awesome. We're just saying there was no really product being handed out. A lot of cool promotional swag. I'll give you a little heads up right here. That's a pretty cool little patch right there for you. So that's a patch right there. You know, yeah, there's some cool stuff, but just not a whole lot of product. Do you guys fondle any STIs? No.
No.
Did you guys any steel Glock frames? Seen any steel? I did not get a chance to go to the Glock booth. So
they were talking about the aluminum frames.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find none. I couldn't find them. I looked.
Let's see here. Ozark, I saw a baby grab a 30 out of a purse holster and grabbed it in time. Better be in the person at all times. Yeah. Okay. We're caught up following the chat. Yeah. Sorry about that. I like to read all of them. That's why it takes me sometimes to catch up. I like to read all of them and at least try to comment on them. It takes us a while. Sorry about that. But it's kind of getting to the point where the chat's actually moving a little bit fast sometimes now. So, which is a good thing. But I wish I was quicker at it. Smith & Wesson 438 for wife carry revolver, humpback, hammer, shroud. I'll tell you one thing about a Smith & Wesson that Clover got to shoot that changed his mind a little bit about some of the stuff was on range day. You shot the Performance Center.
Oh, dude, changed my mind?
You never shot this.
Didn't change my mind, but I'd never shot a Performance Center. Let me tell you something. If you're looking at Smith & Wesson, spend the freaking money, get a Performance Center. I'm telling you. The double action is glass, dude. That 686 Performance Center was sweet.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Smith, I mean, revolvers, you can't go wrong. I've always been a fan of Smith revolvers. Haven't really cared for the semi-autos that much. But the Performance Center is wicked.
Storman says when y'all reach 100,000 subs, you'll be a lot slower. I'll never reach 100,000 subs, I don't think.
I don't think it's ever going to happen.
I'm a little slow to begin with.
Wishful thinking, Storman. I'm glad that you think that. Keep thinking that. Keep having the faith. But
absolutely.
I don't see it.
Better have strong wrists. What are we talking about? Oh, the 460. Yeah, that 460. Yeah, you better have some strong wrists. I tell you that Clover's got a video coming out with a revolver that he shot on Monday that I think surprised him.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely.
And in a good way.
Especially considering I shot it following the Performance Center.
Right.
And I wasn't, you think if you shoot something like a Performance Center and then a few boosts later you shoot another revolver, your opinion's going to be tainted because you just shot something so freaking awesome that you're like, well, this is a turd.
Yeah,
and I was like, ooh,
this
you know
is
what?
not a turd.
this it's worse than. And I told the guys at the booth that I said, well, it's not a Performance Center, which it was.
And they know that.
But I mean, it was what, a quarter of the price,
at least,
or something.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey.
Let's see here. Someone said something about Yankee.
Oh,
that's what Yankee thought too a bit when he first started his channel. Y'all got the personality increase. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I mean, that would be awesome. I'm going to work as hard as I can to. But here's the thing. For me, the sub count isn't the end game. The sub count is nice. But the reason why the sub count is nice is it's validation that you're doing something that people like. And they take the time to subscribe. They want to see more stuff. But more importantly, it spreads a message. And whatever your individual message is for your channel, if you keep doing it with honesty and integrity and you keep working your ass off, people will like it and hopefully you will grow. But that means that you're doing something right. It's validation, as all the subs are. If I have one person that watches my videos, or I have 1 million people that watch my videos, I'm going to try to put the same amount of effort into no matter how many people watch, because that's just how I want to run my channel. Now, having that many subs is a great thing. Like I said, it spreads the message. But for me, The validation isn't necessarily the sub count. It's getting feedback and comments on my videos saying, hey man, I really like your stuff. Keep putting out the good content and all that stuff. That right there is more important to than a number. If I keep doing that, hopefully my number will grow. But it's all because hopefully I'm doing something good that you guys seem to like. And that should be the strive for all channels, is to stay to what your goal is keep your integrity and your vision on what it is. And if you keep doing it the right way and being honest with people, then that number should grow on its own. So hopefully that's my thing today. But yeah, I appreciate all the compliments.
And watch After Hours on Thursday night.
Yeah. Are you going to do one tomorrow night?
You know what? If I get home in time and I'm able to.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do it about. Well, they talk about SHOT Show and how to approach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stuff.
Smeggy melted. Oh no, Smeggy melted.
Smeggy looks like he melted.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. You know when you hear someone's voice, and you don't see Smeggy's face ever on camera, but you hear someone's voice, and you kind of have a picture in your mind of what that voice is going to look like. For me, Smeggy looks just like how I envisioned him looking, which is hilarious to me. And he's a funny dude, man. He's a really funny dude. That's why I love this community. Yeah, budget. Yeah, this community. That's what I like about. And people call us the GunChannels Clique or this group that we have. That's why I enjoy is we have different interests. Our channels are about a lot of different things, but when it comes down to it, I think our personalities, we all kind of get along because I think that we can give each other hell and not take it too seriously. But I think we're all like-minded in our vision of what we want out of the gun community and all that. So you don't have to be the same personality. You don't have to have the same kind of channel. You know, Clover and I have two different channels. I mean, we have two completely different contents. But, you know, this is one of my best friends here. And you guys are like that, but you don't have to be the same person. You can have different content and still get along as long as you guys have the right vision and the right frame of where you want to go as a community. And I think that's the cool thing about the GunChannels, the clique, and not everyone here is in GunChannels, but we call the GunChannels clique because, you know, a lot of us are in that community and we all know each other through GunChannels or whatever. And that's the cool thing is that we all have the same vision of what we want out of our experience on YouTube, and we're not trying to be something that we're not. And if I don't get one more sub the rest of my life, I know that I've had a really good run, and I'm going to keep the ones that I do have and keep putting out the same content because obviously that's what I want to do. And if you guys enjoy it, great. If not, you guys will tell me when it's time to either change direction in the channel or get the hell off YouTube, and that's okay. Have y'all have the personality and integrity grow? You'll see. Well, I appreciate you, Storm. I appreciate you very much. Ghost made a great point there. I did. Awesome. I didn't really put your glasses back on. Yeah. Tardot, love watch clearing the chamber on Saturday. Let's see. Yeah. Go. Tardot and Gunpowder have got clearing the chamber on Saturday nights. Awesome. Clover and I were blessed to be invited on their first show. You guys are going to be awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. I think you guys have got something. Nate says, what did he do on range day? Someone made it seem like he embarrassed himself. Okay, the whole thing about Smeggy got a migraine headache.
Did they not cover all that?
I thought they did. Smeggy got a migraine headache.
Drop the fill things in.
All right, so he started out in that morning, I think, with some allergies or something.
Yeah, he did.
And then it turned into a migraine. Not only because he had allergies, but I mean, it's a massive noise with gunshots coming from all different directions and the sounds and the people and all that. He got a migraine, ended up going and spending the second half of the day sitting in the car. It was funny at the time because we didn't know that he had a migraine. We just thought that he just couldn't hang.
We thought he was
just wimped out and went to the car and all that. We found out later that he actually had a migraine.
And he and Pink have busted it on SHOT Show. So.
Yeah, man, go check out Smeggy and Pink. Pink's on Instagram is Pink_PNTHER69. But Pink and Smeggy have been busting it hard on the Instagram side for GunChannels and all that. So go check out their Instagram. Really cool stuff. I know everyone from YouTube was a rebel. I never joined GunChannels. Yeah, and like I said, when I say the gun channel community, I don't necessarily mean you have to be on GunChannels, but what I say by that is the GunChannels community is kind of like we all are kind of similar minded, and we're not here about blowing up pumpkins and blowing up tannerite and doing all that. We try to keep our stuff kind of real.
Up Mr. Gong over there.
Waking up the gong, and so we try to. I think all of us in this community are more real, are more. Take the applications and apply them to real life stuff, not just the flash and the gunpowder and exploding tannerite, putting food and animals on the end of barrels to explode them and all that. It's we're not there for the theatrics. We're here for real world stuff, and that's what I meant by this community, these guys, and I think it's really cool. I wish people want to be my friend. Not that I want friends. I just want people to be my friend. That's Alan B. Pro, by the way. That sounds like something he'd say. Yankee has stayed true to his roots. I'd say he's still. Now here's the thing about Yankee. Even I don't like all of what Yankee says or does, but what I do respect is, like you said, he stays true to himself, and he is the same person off camera as he is on. You may not like what he says, and you may not like him at all, but you have to respect that side of Yankee. He is not an act. He is not a character. That is, I don't even want to say his name. I don't know if everyone knows his real name, but he is who he is, and that's not a character. Smeggy is allergic to the sun. I don't know if he is or not. That very well could be, but I know he was having a bad migraine. How is someone getting sick funny? Hey, what's up, Dano? We didn't know at the time that he was sick, Dano. We just heard from Pink that I said, where's Smeggy? He says, oh, he's been out in the car most of the time. So we just thought he wimped out and couldn't handle. We found out later that he had allergies and a migraine. So that's why we didn't talk about it and quit kind of joking around, because we didn't know the time. We just heard that he was out in the car. We just assumed that he couldn't hang. But no, he had a migraine, so we're going to let it go. GunChannels rocks in the lobby before he came here. Yeah, that late night lobby chat gets interesting, boy. Nodak says he joined GunChannels but doesn't know what he's doing. It takes a little while, I'm not going to lie. Practical, not tactical, that's right. Going to go to a range day and getting KO. I shoot pumpkins on your drill, Ghost. You talking smack? No, you can shoot whatever you got to, man. I'm just saying that my videos, I know you're just joking. I'm not trying to take the joke away. I think it's funny as hell. But what I'm saying is my videos, I'm not there for the theatrics and the visual stuff. It's practical, draining for everyday stuff. Some channels are only there to bang the gong, to explode pumpkins, to explode fish on the end of their barrel, to hit the steel targets and all that. And that's what they're there for. Their whole thing is about the theatrics of it. I don't care if I'm theatrical. I just had to have a practical purpose for it. What do you think? Let's see here. Yankee is cool. Yeah, he is cool. He really is. Like having Christmas canceled the day of. Budget says you're regular. However, I will be issuing my own version of the Tide Pod. Hey, that Tide Pod challenge that's some crazy shit right there. Home Runner Juice and I made a GunChannels account 2 years ago, but I've been listening to G-Web's chat since the beginning. Yeah. Budget gunpowder is going to smack you, so she did a bit on that. Oh, the gun. Okay, I got you. Presenters, not reviewers. Don't watch them. I will say this. I don't know how you guys feel about reviewers. I think Travis does a really good job reviewing product. Travis P11. I'll tell you, he's long-winded, but as far as reviewers go, if you guys haven't checked out Such's stuff, he is long-winded, long in the tooth, but when it comes down to reviewing and doing a very thorough review of guns, Such is about as good as it gets. Now, you may not like it, but as far as a review, he's good at it.
If the apocalypse hits,
you're going to be well protected.
You're going to want a Such, I promise you.
Yeah.
Above all else, you need a Such.
You need a Such, that's right. Plan on taking some classes this summer.
Are we still talking about Trump and the...
God, they're not going to get out.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of that.
Yeah.
I know this whole thing. we passed by a strip club, right, on the way back from the barbecue joint.
Oh, yeah.
Guess who the special guest stripper is this
Donald
weekend?
Trump Jr.? Oh,
no,
her?
The chick that Donald Trump supposedly slept with?
Oh, my, she's in
the
Vegas?
guest stripper, yeah.
I wonder how much she's getting paid for that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't want to watch them. They're still good and needed for the gun community. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to like the reviews, I'm saying, but if you do, I'm not saying that Such is not what he is. What I'm saying about Such is if you're looking to get a product and you don't know anything about that gun and you're looking to find out a good review, Such is, like I said, he's long-winded, but he does go very, very thorough into his reviews. And I've actually used his reviews on deciding between one gun or the other because he does go very, very detailed. Now, I hope you have 45 minutes to an hour to watch a gun review. He's not the most exciting guy in the world, but he is very, very knowledgeable, and he does go through a very good review. I'm not a Such guy, but I'm just saying he's not bad. He must have a whole barn to store all of it. Such has got, I don't know what he's got, but that dude's got some, not only has he got some guns, that dude's got some gear. I mean,
that's the gear. To me, Such is about the gear.
Yeah.
It's about the taking stuff and like this unorthodox. You would never think about like using a Coke bottle to inflate a tire or something. You know what I mean? Such is like that. He's like, they're going to show you like 8,000 uses for a can opener or something. You know?
Yeah, and
like what?
Homeowner says that Such does gives a lot of stuff to his friends. I have actually heard that too. That he does give a lot of his stuff away after he does reviews and all that. So
hey, how do you screenshot on
do the home button and the power button at the same time. Hold them down.
You've got mail.
There you go. All right. Tactical can opener. Yeah, Greg, someone just mentioned on NEA's chat, nothing fancy versus Such on a deserted island. Most people pick Such. Such is probably the most prepared.
Hey, how was Matt's?
Yeah, how was Matt's?
We didn't get to catch it.
Yeah, we were out. But how was Matt's chat tonight? What was the topic tonight? This was not the geek chat. This was the gun chat. So should be pretty decent, maybe.
We weren't there. Yankee wasn't there. Obviously,
G wasn't there. No. We did kind of look over there, and he had a full room. It was Travis and Angry and Heavy, and he had a full room. Good. So, yeah. Good. Hey, Fee, what's going on, man? Okay. Oh, Hemi says he was at work, couldn't watch. Good night, guys. Say, Philo. Thank you. Appreciate you. And Tar says he missed there getting ready for gunpowder and dealing with crazy kids. I understand. Been there, done that. Well, I hope it was a good chat. Nothing fancy actually does do some stuff besides reviews. Such is mostly reviews. That's true. Fine Ape said it was long. Matt's chat was long. I hope it was good, but
go over or something?
Well, I went in there at our normal time of 10:15. They were still going strong. So, hey, nothing wrong with reviews. No, nothing's wrong with reviews. Jasmine Murphy, how you doing, Jasmine? You doing all right? Welcome to the channel. I don't remember seeing you here before, so welcome to the channel. We're just here at SHOT Show in Vegas. We both leave out tomorrow, so we're just kind of doing a recap of the week with the guys, and it's late night, but we're just having a good time with it. You saw the timer is almost 3 hours. Oh, for Matt's chat, it was almost 3 hours? Holy cow. Maybe I'm glad maybe I wasn't there for a 3-hour chat. It sounds like something, what was it? The 3-hour tour was Gilligan's Island.
I sit right back in your tail.
Jasmine, if you're a female, welcome to the chat. We do have Gunpowder Beauty, so you're not alone. Welcome. Like I said,
you just assume somebody's gender?
Okay, I am fine. So you like Ghost? No, actually, the whole thing about Ghost is that was a nickname that I had in the military. So no, I'm not a ghost hunter or anything like that. It's a nickname that I had in the military. So that's why I named the channel Ghost Tactical. Sorry if you're here for thinking I like ghosts and all that. If I understand if you leave, that's cool. But no, I'm not a ghost hunter or like ghosts. It's a nickname. My channel is Ghost Tactical for other reasons. Yeoman, let's see here. Speaking, okay, so Budget says, oh, okay. Hey, no, Jasmine, if you, we're a gun community. If you like guns and all of that, then we talk guns, Second Amendment. A lot of times we just kind of hang out and just talk. So my channel is a Second Amendment and gun-based channel. So if you're into that stuff, great. If not, and you're interested in guns, maybe you can watch some videos and like guns. But no, we are not just guys only. We do have females and people that come in. We're both, this is Clover Tack. He has a channel, it's Clover Tack. We're actually working on some stuff to try to figure out ways to bring in more women to the gun community. So if you're interested, please stick around and we'll have a good time. We like hanging out and just talking.
And we don't live in a hotel room.
No, we're in Vegas at SHOT Show, so it's a big convention. So yeah, this
clear.
is not our house. Let's see. NRA looked at Yankee like a Hillary. Yeah, man, they were not happy with the Yankee today at the NRA booth. That's for sure. Not at all. So Jasmine, I don't know if you're a gun person or not, but if not, do you have any questions about guns or anything? If you're interested, we'd love to answer them for you. Nate says they do live together, just not in a hotel room. No, we live in different states. Gunpowder says, Jasmine, a lot of great info and really awesome people. Welcome to the chat. And yeah, welcome. And so if you have anything at all, let us know. NEA's top 5 was SHOT Show products and politics. So that could have been interesting. I was really upset that Matt wasn't here this year. He's supposed to come to Wanamaker in April in Tulsa, which is great, but it would have been nice to have Matt here. We had a good crew, though. We had a really good, solid crew. So,
except for Yankee.
Nodak says we are a family. We are a family.
All Yankee wanted to do was sit in the media room and drink orange juice.
Okay. All right.
I mean, there wasn't any cookies, but I guarantee you he drank 18 gallons of orange juice a day.
The thought on Yankee was that apparently he ate all the cookies in previous years. That dude, in one sitting, in a 20-minute span, drank 7 bottles of orange juice.
I think he's got an OD on vitamin C.
Right.
What I think.
Hemi says, Ghost, any plans of hitting the car booth? Yeah, like I said, I don't fly out till 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, West Coast time. I am going to go back to SHOT in the morning to type a few things. I've got 2 or 3. I got to go to Chris, Car. There's a few other ones that I've got to hit. And so yes, that is on the list. I haven't had time. Luckily, I don't fly out until the afternoon, so I will be able to do that. Ozark said NEA was a tourist love fest. Well, not only do you have NEA, but you have Travis in there too. So between the two of them, it is a tourist love fest. This is a tourist love fest. Let's see here. Yankee drinks juice. He's trying to get in the 80s acid flashback. Gunpowder says, I love cookies. They better hide them next year, right? Yankee has a problem. Apparently, got a couple problems. Let's see here. Jazz says, I came on here because I am bored. Oh, well. Hey, go. I'm glad that we could help you.
We're bored too. That's why we're hanging out.
That's hanging out with our friends. And like I said, we're here for a big convention here in Vegas all week, and we try to go live a couple times a day. And there's a lot of people in this room that are good friends, and we like kind of just hanging out. It's a good way to end the day is talking out with our friends and hanging out. So you're more than welcome to come back anytime. We love having you. So yeah, come on in. We like to have a good time. Let's see here. Nate says, if you have any time, JP Enterprise released a new drop-in trigger. Everyone loves her springs. Interested in the trigger pack. I did not hear about that. Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rainy day.
Finance says, Yankee already had the flu. Juice says there was vodka in that juice. Yankee doesn't drink.
I want no vodka.
No,
there.
He doesn't drink, and he's very well.
In the media room, there wasn't.
No, but there was. There was.
Yeah.
But no, Yankee doesn't drink. So.
Oh man, did you go by the Gerber booth?
No.
They had a beer bar.
Really? At the
booth?
booth?
There was these tables.
Welcome to Vegas.
Booth. I didn't have time. I really wanted. You guys know I like Gerber's, whatever they carry.
Okay, Jasmine, Gerber is not the baby food we're talking
about. No, we're not talking about Gerber is a knife and tool company. But anyway, Gerber booth, it was awesome. It was this big, huge booth, and I walk in, and people were drinking, and I'm like, okay, where's the knives? That's awesome. Well, here's the deal. They had these big bars set up, and they had these bartenders, and they had, like, beer on out in kegs. And they were
in
like,
the booth?
and they were pouring people beer and showing them knives at the same time, and I'm like, that's a little bit dangerous.
That's
right
a little
there.
dangerous.
But it's like, okay, do you want a Heineken and a suspension? And you want a Heineken and you want a fixed blade?
You want an auto blade?
I'll take a Bud Light. I'll take a Bud Light and a 6-inch folder, please.
Let's see here. Bed, no, I mean, because Jasmine says, Nate, Gerber fixed blades and beer. I'm in.
Right? Yeah.
Let's see here. Some booth was giving out free beer and wine after the show. Apparently, there's a lot of them doing that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And a lot of these companies were actually, they'll sit there and invite you down to one of the casino bars after it was over. Hey, we're going to go hang out. If you're more welcome to join us. So, yeah. Gunpowder wants to visit that booth. Cute bartenders. Honestly, I haven't had a drink all week. I haven't had a drink all week. I've been too damn busy. Let's see here. You make me happy. Well, I'm glad I can make you happy. No, but the biggest thing, guys, is I'm probably gonna. It's almost been 2 hours. So, like I said, I've got to get some sleep. It is. I don't even know what time it is. Our time. What time is it? Our time.
I don't even know.
Okay. It's 1 o'clock West Coast time. So that's not bad. I thought it was much later than that.
We're all screwed up with the time change. I'm gonna tell you.
He said I'm high off Clover's secondhand smoke. Do I know why I make you happy? No. Why do I make you happy?
What's that?
Jasmine said you make me happy. Do you know why? I said no. What's in the pipe? What are you smoking this weekend? It actually smells pretty good.
That was Appalachian Berry I just finished. Appalachian Berry. Here, let me go get it. I'll show you.
It smells pretty good.
Says, let's see, I have to read it.
It's sour diesel juice, says.
Sour diesel. Says, Old Shenandoah Appalachian Berry adds something different to this popular line of pipe tobacco. To begin with, it is 100% black Cavendish made by toasting high-quality Green River Burley. Then a combination of sweet wild berry flavors are added. Unlike some black Cavendishes, Appalachian Berry isn't overly moist and delivers rich, smooth fruit flavor.
There you go. There you go. And it smells pretty good.
3D.
Ooh. Let's see here. Alan asks, was there anything that you guys expected to see that you didn't? Yeah, one of them was the AK Alpha from Kleshnikov that is no longer in thought. So,
but I got plenty of video and all kinds of other stuff from Kleshnikov.
Oh yeah, they had some awesome stuff. But the Alpha was one of those that is no longer a thought.
We covered the booth.
Jasmine says, because you talk to me, but everyone else doesn't when I say hello. Oh well. I think that you'll find most of the people on this channel, Clover, and everyone else out here, we are really big on engagement. We are really big on trying to... I'm a little slow on the chat because I try to read every single one and try to address all of them, and that might be something that people don't like.
As long as you're not mean, hurtful, vulgar,
racist, or anything like that,
or a weirdo,
then we're good, man. We can talk about a lot of different things. It doesn't have to be guns, but
I don't know. Weirdo might not apply.
No, weird's not a bad thing as long as it's not a
dark
weirdo. Yeah, right, exactly. Let's see here. So, Home Runner asked if she's ever been to a gun range. Finance his pipe smoke cover up the old man farts. No, but yeah, we're this group that you're in here with, we're all very welcoming and opening to people coming in, and we try to talk with them as much as we can. We are in Sin City, that is true. Glad you keep these shows clean. I mean, I want to drop a cuss word. I am a Marine, so I'm going to drop a cuss word every now and then, but I don't try to make the cussing part of my vocabulary. You're going to make mistakes, and yes, sometimes the best way to express yourself is a word that may not be the cleanest word, but as long as it's not every other word is something, then it is what it is. Have me worried I'm a weirdo. I don't want to get banned. Pant said that. And Juice says we accept Dano weirdo. Just Dano weirdos are cool. Dano's all right. I love Dano. We're all a little weird. Budget says I'm glad you took back the weirdo thing. I would have had to leave.
Hey, we got to meet Yamil.
That's right.
He's awesome, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I already knew that.
That was awesome, dude. Awesome. Alan says, hold on. What the hell? Does hanging with Clover make you want to puff a pipe? No. Not at all. Jasmine says
he couldn't pull it off.
Jasmine's got a BB gun, and oh man, I have to qualify in the morning. Ozark's got to qualify in the morning for what? BB gun is a start, and that's a good start. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
Ozark's got to qualify.
Ozark's got to qualify in the morning.
Probably for his citizenship.
Yeah. So.
I was guessing.
That's so wrong. I mean, that is so wrong.
I'm channeling my inner Yankee. I've been around Yankee too much, man. Got that sarcastic.
Yeah. BB gun's a start, you know. That's where most of us started, on BB gun or 22 or something like that. So, you got to start somewhere. Man alive, it is an hour and 50 minutes. Well, guys, I've still got to get packed. So I'm probably going to cut this off. And like I said, I'm flying out tomorrow. Clover's flying back a little bit earlier than I am. And I think that if he's home in time and has still energy, I think that the after hours is still being planned on having. So be watching out for that. I do apologize for missing Tactical Tuesday yesterday. I hope you guys give me a get out of jail free card. I just didn't have time, and it was just tough. It was tough to do it.
Some people are slackers.
I'm a slacker. Yeah, it is what it is.
I had a good turnout, so he should have done it. I had a good turnout tonight.
You know, it is what it is.
But then again, I was dogging on Demolition Ranch.
That helps too. That helps
That's probably part of it.
Let's see here. Thanks for all the coverage. Wish my Patreon would have hit while you guys were there. Bards, Nate, I'll put it to you this way. That was a very pleasant surprise for both of us last night.
Awesome. Yeah.
So thank you so much for that, and I hope that we continue to work hard and make you guys proud of us. We tried to do, like I said, we tried to do this to where my goal, I know Clover's goal was this, not just bring SHOT Show to you guys, but do it in a way that makes you want to come here yourselves. Does that make sense? The coolest thing we could have is we had 10 let's say 10 guys from the Gun Channels community here at Covering SHOT. We hope that next year we have 20. So if we're doing something right that helps you guys maybe want to come to SHOT Show, then that's our end goal. So we hope that we do that and give it justice.
It would be cool. We've seen quite a few, and most of them was like magazines and stuff. But they would have like, I don't know, they may not have had as many as we had.
No.
There were some that were close, if not.
Yeah.
But it would be awesome to have 20, 30 running around with a GunChannels patch on their badge. That would be sweet.
Yeah, we all have Gun Channel stuff, and like, you know.
You talk about a show of force, you know.
Like we all kind of walked around with our badges, and we had the Gun Channel patch on our badges, so everyone kind of knew who we were at this point because everyone was Gun Channeling it up. So, Hemi says to be a safe trip. Hey, thanks, appreciate you. Best thing you guys have eaten? I mean, honestly, we went to Denny's 2 nights in a row, and I love Denny's. So,
barbecue baked potato tonight.
We went to me and G and Yankee and Smiggy and Pink and Joe went to a casino buffet. And it was pretty cool because tonight was the international buffet. So they had stuff from Asian food, Italian food, Mexican food. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. Any new 10 millimeters? One of the things I was looking for. Alan, are you talking 10 millimeter pistols or carbines? No.
High Point wasn't there.
High Point wasn't there. My dad. Jasmine says a dad a while back took me out with a BB gun, but he left me. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I should laugh at that or not. Tardot, one of us should have a non-tactical Tuesday. That would have been funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie. He said one of us should have had a non-tactical Tuesday. Call it Operator Tuesday.
Fire it up. If ever you feel the need to fire
Absolutely.
it up, fire it
do
up.
it. Do it.
You know, somebody said something to me about, you know, if I cork somebody or somebody corks me, you know, it's like, well, Mac's on the same time as you, or Hank Strange is on, and I'm like, so?
Jasmine says, I also like making things. Well, Jasmine, I think that you and Gunpowder Beauty might hit it off pretty well. She's very creative in the arts and crafts and all that, so she's a gun person, but she does a lot of arts and crafts and stuff, and very creative, so you and Gunpowder should just talk a little bit, because I think you guys might get along pretty well. Got to pick up y'all's brains, going to USCCA Expo to try to meet industry folks in April. Awesome budget. Actually, did an interview with USCCA yesterday, and USCCA is actually getting into the training side of things and instructor certification as well. They've been doing that for a while, but they're really going to start kicking it in. The biggest thing that I'll say at an industry show is, I don't know if you were here earlier, is be confident. Act like you should be there. If you act like you're worried about being there, they're going to see that. Be confident. Keep doing what you always do, and you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about it. You do good stuff, man. Ozark, oh man, I did the weird thing long. That would be a record. See you guys. Thanks again. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate you, bro. Jasmine, what do you make? Pistols, 10mm pistols. No, I didn't see hardly any new 10mm pistols. CZ, but man, that might have been the only one. I didn't hear of anyone actually talking about any 10mm pistols.
It wasn't anything new.
Yeah.
I looked at some and got some pictures of CZ.
See you, Ozark. Alright. Alan says, thank you, gents, for all the work, long hours. I'm very glad to see gents wrapping up there. Hey, appreciate you guys. Like I said, we're probably going to get out of here. Let's see here. How's the legs and feet? My feet are fine. My feet don't hurt. I'm tired. I'm worn out, but I'm not. I never was in pain. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where we walked about 20 miles, I bet. But
there's no telling.
There's no telling.
Somebody suggested that I do a pedometer thing and count steps.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you watched, it was on my iPhone, and I had charging problems and all kinds of Wi-Fi, just piece of crap. Anyway, so it's nowhere near accurate reading on there. So who knows? But
I know G said that he walked 15,000. He walked 15,000 steps yesterday, but he spent a couple hours in the van.
Well,
so I mean,
here's the thing with walking. I don't think I walked as much as you might think, and here's why.
You're doing interviews.
You walk to a booth, you stop, you do an interview. You walk to a booth, you stop, you do an interview. We're not going up and down aisles.
I do find it.
If we were there collecting swag, we would walk a lot. Or if we were there looking at stuff like
if you were a retailer and you're there to look at stuff, you're probably walking a lot.
And here's the other thing: once you get a feel for the layout of the rows and stuff, there's the app, the SHOT Show app, and it tells you the booth number on everything you want to do.
Yeah.
And so you start at booth 312, and then you just work the aisles up to 950, and then you jump up to
4,000
and work your way up, on the booths there.
I think it went up to what, 13 or 14,000 was the...
Yeah, but you're not really having to hunt booths.
Right.
Worst case is you get lost every now and then.
Yeah. But eventually you'll get...
Or you get turned around.
But the cool thing about it is those on the floor, they'll have big SHOT Show signs that say hotel or a lobby or food. So, if and one of the things that G had told us from the beginning was find a centralized booth, whether it's Smith & Wesson or whatever, and let that be your home base on your compass.
Sadly,
so if you ever get... What's that?
I said, sadly, mine was the NRA.
Mine was actually Smith, because that was the first thing I had with Julie. So I based it off of where Smith was, because that was the very first booth that I went to find.
If you watch Yankee's video where he's showing the big pictures and the big huge heads, that was up way, way, way high.
Yeah,
you could see that from that whole
anywhere
building there. So
yeah. All right, guys, we're going to cut this off. Thanks for joining for us for 2 hours. We've had a great time in SHOT Show. Thank you for tuning in to mine and Clover stuff throughout the week on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Go check out Smeggy and Pink and G-Webs and Yankee and all those guys. Check out their stuff, and I promise you guys, we've got enough content that's going to last a long, long time. It's going to take us a week or so to start getting everything edited down, but I think and I hope that when we start putting the content out, you guys really, really like it. So thank you again for all your support, your encouragement, your awesome chats, your great friends of ours. It's been an awesome week of SHOT Show 2018. I can't wait for 2019. We have 10 more of you guys joining us. It's so worth it. But thanks again, guys, and we will see you when we get back. Thank you again, guys. Let's see what the last chat was. Later, Nodak. Have a good night, Jasmine. You too. Thanks for joining in, and come back and see us anytime. Guys, I appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you later. Semper Fi.